I guess a second. Real quick.
While I getting situated, I want to say shalom to the whole globe, the family throughout the four corners that's tuning in with us. Uh, just pray that everyone is doing well. Hope y'all enjoying y'all evening. And we almost through the work week. We almost through. The Shabbat
Con.
almost here. That
Con.
day of rest. So go ahead out, chop. Let's get ready to bring this thing home.
All right, all praise to the Most High. So, like y'all heard in the song, Ahaya is the answer for the world today. And we got our brother, our beloved brother, Benjamite Tweeta that's been a pioneer of this Benjamite music coming out of Israel. One of the pioneers I know since I came into the truth has been banging this Benjamite truth music. How you doing, man? How you doing? All right, your audio.
So I'm ready.
All right, so give it, I guess, a second. No, sir, still no audio. Oh, we're gonna pray the Most High that the adversary get up out of here right now.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Con.
Okay,
We got you. We live.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man.
So how you feeling, Benjamin Tweeta, man?
It's a blessing, man. All president to the Most High. Trust me, it's a joy to be here, you know?
All praises to the Most High. We know you just got off the plantation, man. So,
I'm telling you.
I know that's a thing in its own in itself. So so going just straight in real quick, man. Let's get we want to kind of get like a little background from you real quick. So first thing, so I'm gonna just jump straight into it since we was already almost jumped into it yesterday.
Right.
Where you from?
From Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica.
Kingston, Jamaica. So now in Jamaica, I want to ask this real quick. Is it still bad over there today?
To be telling the truth, it's gotten worse.
Mm.
Yeah, it has gotten worse. You know, the news, sometimes they talk about the crime rate, they try to bring it towards Brazil or Iraq. They compare it with those places. It's ranked like the third most violent countries in the world. It's ranked in there. And the statistics of murder, like as January start, like I would say like the 20th of January, you're probably looking at like 200 people dead. And you know Jamaica is a small island. So, yes.
Goodness gracious. Go ahead, Sean. You was about to ask something?
So is that where you're located now?
No, I'm in Maryland. I've been in Maryland for 24 years. I came here in 1997.
Okay.
2 years to Boston and came back to Maryland.
1997. So, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
48.
40. Woo! Young man. Excuse me if I throw my Benjamite accent in there a few times here and there, man. But young man. if I use the accent, is that let me know when I'm wrong. Let me know when I ain't saying it right.
It's because, like I always tell people, brother, it's just one ship, and some of us just got dropped off here, and some of us got dropped off here. You know, they try to separate us and saying Trinidadian, Jamaican, American. It's us. It's us, bro. You know, so yeah.
And it's ironic you said that, man, because I had the pleasure of meeting a brother. You know, this is when I was in the world, but I had no clue that there was an island named Trinidad. But I met the brother. We looked similar, and we didn't know each other from the back of our hand. And when we met, it was like we was brothers. I'm talking about like he knew me all my life. So what you're stating is definitely correct. So I want to ask a question along with what Brother Chop was just stating. So seeing that you are originally from Jamaica, do our people or Jamaicans get offended when one's trying to mimic or recreate the language or the you know the
No,
verbiage that you all speak?
no, Jamaica actually endorse it and love it as Jamaican love it because, for instance, if I'm like a Black American would like do a song of a Jamaican on her page or so, I, I, I like a famous American person would have done a song of a Jamaican.
Mm-hmm.
They would repost the video showing other people, you know, trying to sing their song or talking like them. So a lot of people, most of the people embrace that.
Oh,
You know?
praise to the Most
Just
High.
like oh yeah man is internationally known. Everybody be like, yeah man, you know, Jamaican, they like that. They embrace that.
Yeah, because I got real attached to the Wagwan brethren. I got real attached to that right there, like Wagwan brethren.
That one is famous too. Wagwan. Famous like curry chicken, man.
Bro, now I'm hungry for some curry chicken right now, boy.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so goodness gracious. So I want to ask another question. So how long have you been in in the truth? How long have you been in the truth?
The journey has been a long time, but the full awakening started around 2012. 2012. So how that would put us in what, like going close to like 9 years now.
Whew.
I've been with the body since 2014, but been in the truth because I was watching online for years before I even got in touch with the body, you know, and then we just embrace it a little bit more from there. So
Okay,
12 years.
So I got something a little special for you right now. You know, I like to do my research. I like to do my research. So right now I have a special video. You won't be able to see it. I know you know it's there, but most people may not know it's there on your YouTube page. But your birthday. So I want to play that video for the people of your birthday and pretty much just show people what how that was for you at that point. I kind of want you to just talk about that a little bit more. So I'm about to go ahead and play that for the people right now.
Okay.
Be a blessing to you, to your people, the Gentiles. Again, I pray for his protection. I pray that your will be done in his life, and the purpose be fulfilled in him. Baptized for the Benjamite in the name of Bahaya, Bahashem Messiah, Babawat. Baptized for the Benjamite in the name of
You want me to join?
Bahashem Messiah, Babawat. Baptized for the Benjamite in the name of Bahaya, Bahashem Messiah, Babawat. Bahaya, please receive the sacrifice of Brother Benjamite. Brother Benjamite receive the gift of the Holy Spirit.
Take me to the water. Take me to the water. To be baptized.
All praise to the Most High. So, like, just seeing that right there, I tried to share it to where y'all was able to see it as well, but the computer be acting funky sometimes. But just seeing that right there, I wish you could see it again too, because I know you probably haven't seen that video in a long time. I know you probably hadn't seen that video
because
in a
it's
long
so
time.
way down on the playlist.
Yeah, because when I saw it at 2014,
Way
I'm
down.
like, man, this brother been doing it for a minute. But to hear you actually say like you've been in since like 2019, I was like, man, that's longer than what this say. I was like, so it's like I'm being accurate here, but it's like okay. So when you got baptized that day, how was that day for you, man?
To be honest, brother, it was a blessing because when I came home, it was completely different. The spirit, the vibration, it felt like a burden has been lifted off my soul, off my shoulder. Because, growing up in life, we go through phases and we get our hands dirty, and coming in the truth and looking back at even things that we were doing that we didn't even know that was a sin, And when just thinking about the fact that the Most High says, listen, man, just repent, be baptized, and become a new creature, and I'll wash away the past, and I'll bring it up no more. That was a blessing for me. And when I came home that day, it was just a different vibration. spiritually, I could just feel it. Some people probably go in the water, come out and be like, yeah, I'm baptized. But for me, I promise you, my brother, when I came home, it was just a complete, I think whatever I felt when I got baptized, it lasts for about 2 weeks. You know, that spiritual essence that was over me lasts for about 2 weeks. I just felt so different, you know? So it was a joy. It was a joy and it was a blessing for a new start, you know, wash the slate clean and, you know, come and just give all praises to the Most High. And that's one of the reasons why I'm sitting the truth today, because it's not a phase, it's a journey, it's a mission, you know, it's a way of life, it's something that I was looking for. It's just because at this time I never had positive people around me to tell me positive things like, brother, you know, you're going off, come back here. So it was a blessing.
So between that space of 2000 and you said 2012, right, when you first found it, right, in 2014, like what was that part of your life like? You know, did you make the full transition when you found it in 2012, or was it just when you found it around 2014?
Yeah. All right. When I found it, because let me back up. I had so many questions in life, so many questions. You know, so when I found this truth, it opened my eyes to so many things, and then it wasn't just philosophy, it was something that was actually coming from the Bible. So that was something that was so great for me. And once I learned, and some of the questions that I had was with the Most High, like why are people were suffering like this? And when looking, because they'll give you an idea of God is good, God is loving, and you know, and when you look in the community, you see things going on. So you was asking yourself like, why is the Most High allowing these things to happen, especially for our people? That was one of the main questions for me. Because when I went to the Europe to did some shows back in the days, you know, and when I went and I saw my people, they were still in the slum just like Jamaica. So for me, I had so many questions. So once I learned the truth, and I found out that the reason why our people, mainly our people, was going through the things that we're going through, it was because we lost the connection with the Most High power. Instantly, I started making the spiritual and the physical transition from that point. But once I got in the water, I realized, no, brother, you just put on a spiritual ring. You know, you're spiritually married now. So it was like a reminder. Every time I would probably slip, but it reminds me. And that's one of the reasons why I said I wanted to get baptized. Because being out there and not being baptized, you sin freely. Because you know you didn't sign that contract. But that baptism for me was a reminder, and still a reminder to this day. If I find myself leaning, I'd be like, brother Benjamite, listen, you made a covenant with the Most High, you know. So I would say it started 2012, but 2014 was the marriage. Yeah, I'm a married man.
Yeah, faithful at that. Faithful. All praise to the Most High. So jumping into my next question is, you spoke earlier about you living in Kingston, Kingston. So you were born in Kingston. How was life living there for you? And you know what made the move, the move from Kingston to, I forgot where you said that you are, Maryland.
Maryland, yeah. Well, growing up in Jamaica, to be honest, life was great. Even though, you know, we didn't have a lot, but life was great. I'll be honest, if I was supposed to compare not the spiritual aspect of it, but just the physical aspect, I was more happier in Jamaica, to be honest. Just the whole environment, you know, it gotten worse as time progressed. Like I would say around 1990, 91, it really started to get vicious. And at that point, I wanted to leave, because I even saw my community was just bad, where I mean, like, almost every day I wake up, you could hear somebody get shot and killed maybe 4 miles down the street, 3 miles down the street, but that whole circle, it was just getting out of hand, you know, and it was just spreading and getting closer and closer towards me, where I grew up in the community, and I was signed with a record company in Europe, and I was mainly doing opening act. And while going on opening act, I managed to get a little change. So, you know, back in the 90s, it was all that ring and chain and all that big stuff. So I was just like that with all that stuff. And I got robbed right at my house gate. I've been in Jamaica to so many bad communities to go to the recording studio, never got robbed, but got robbed right at my gate. At that point, I think I was ready to leave Jamaica, because I'm saying, if someone can come to my community and rap, you know that I'm a singer in the community, it shows how bad the community was. No, at the time, I was thinking revenge. I was thinking revenge. I had brothers around me who was ready to go do stuff. You know, I was ready. You know, I sat down. We were actually planning retaliation, because during the process of me getting robbed, they tried to kill me. But some little children were going back and forth that distract the person, and then that's how I managed to run off. So knowing the fact that they were trying to kill me, we were actually planning on retaliation. So now I sit in my community. My mother's in the States now for about 7 years, and she's been filing for us, and it was taking a while. So I'm sitting in my community one day, and at the time in Jamaica, the postman used to ride bicycle. So I saw the postman come in, he's asking for my address, but he didn't know that he was at my address looking for me. So I said, he had a brown envelope in his hand. So I was like, I'm the person. He was like, no, oh, am I sure? So everybody who walked past, I said, come here, what's my real name? And they would tell him my real name. And I say, what's this address? And they would tell him. So he said, okay, it's you. They gave it to me. It was my immigration papers. Right away. So, and it happened so fast after that, where I went for my interview and I got my visa, because I was traveling before. So when you look in my passport, they see that I'm, you know. So I got it, and I just left Jamaica. So the most I worked it out, perfect timing. Because the whole time when I was in Jamaica, I was saying, why is the filing process taking so long? And the minute when they was just about to pull me over to that side, the most I was like, come on, and take me out of Jamaica. So that was 97 when that happened, and that was a blessing. And when they said the Most High is always on time, he was always on time. Because my brother, they had me mentally. They took all my stuff, and the people who did it, I knew who they were, but they sent someone to come and get me. So you know, the mind. So all praise to the Most High. You know,
man, that's thick there. That's thick. That, you know, we living in a world where, you know, folk can come rob you at your doorstep.
Yeah. Call me by my name and everything. And that's because I was hesitant at first. I was about to cut because something didn't seem right. But when he called my name, it was like Tweety Bird. And I was like, oh, you know what? I do a lot of concerts. A lot of people know me, even though I might not know him. And that's why I stopped. And boom, right there. And in space of 5 minutes, I gave him everything. He said, give me the chain. I gave him the ring. I gave it to him. And he still wanted to kill me.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Sean, what you with, Sean?
Most High preserve you, man.
Con.
Most High preserve you.
Yeah, right on time. Right on time. My visa came through like 3 months after that.
Man, so just, go ahead, Sean.
Yeah. So what I was gonna ask is, so most may not understand the similarities of what goes on in the urban community here in America, in you know, in conjunction with what you're sharing with us. So, like, outside of that, what are some other things that go on in the communities in Kingston, Jamaica, that you see going on here in America?
Well, if I speak back then, it would be a difference. Pretty much right now, America and Jamaica, they're like twins. Just to sum it all up, it's pretty much, it's like they're twins. The same thing you see here, the same exact thing you see there. I mean, when I mean the same thing, the same good, the same good, the same bad, the same bad. It's the same exact. There was a time when Jamaica was Jamaica, America was America, and that was when I was growing up. When I was in middle school, you know, going through that times, Jamaica was, we had the morals and the, you know, the community, just like everywhere else. You know, the community would raise the child, and the older folks would give you advice and, you know, keep you in check and stuff like that. Nah, that's not what's happening now. But when I was there, the community was a blessing. It was joy. It was just happiness. And as I said, until 92, 91, when, you know, the whole Jamaica just started to get real bad. But it's pretty much the same thing right now.
Okay, so do you think that was an organic change, or it was
orchestrated? It really is, because if you look at it, all right, Jamaica used to have certain morals that they used to hold and used to be in the songs, right? And they used to push it out, and there was always powers that was trying to suppress that voice in Jamaica. But there was a time when they couldn't manage to suppress, especially the reggae Rastafari community. Because those were the true, you know what I'm saying? People who stood up for justice, right, morals, and everything. And it took, just like in a boxing ring, sometimes a boxer might be better than you, but you know if you take him 11 rounds, you might wear him out. And that's exactly what they did. So I wouldn't say it's organic. I wouldn't say it's organic. I would say it's genetically modified and been pushed. Yeah. And then now we have the internet, the phone, you know, everything is just there, you know? So.
So they've been out together. So, you know, from your Bob Marleys and things of that nature, you know. So yeah, like you said, they was trying to silence us. They was trying to silence the wolf from howling.
Yeah. We finally found
yeah, man. So right. So question I want to ask, because all praise Most High, He brought you into the fold of, you know, Christ and being a part of the body and letting Him use you. So with your upbringing, were you brought up under the banner or the belief of Christ? I'm pretty sure there's diversities of beliefs in Jamaica. So what were you more so drawn into before you came into the spiritual walk?
Christianity was what that was introduced to us, you know, because of and it was passed on through tradition. And I've always believed in the Most High, because when I was young, I was always a person who questioned everything. I would look at the orange tree and I would look at the dirt and I'm like, I can't believe this tree gave us an orange with juice and sugar. So these are the things that always pulled me to the Most High, you know. And the heavens, I was one of the person who would just stand there and just stare at the heavens, just trying to put it in place, trying to figure out everything. Christianity has always been there. Christian church in the community, because you know, in the black community, Christian church here and there. So we grew up, sometimes they're out loud with a loudspeaker in the street. So even if you don't want to hear, you're actually hearing the word. I'll say around 12 years old, I started going to the church in my community. And may the Most High bless Pastor Robinson's soul in peace. We used to go to Pastor Robinson's church. And when I was about 13, I went to the pastor that I wanted to get baptized. And he told me, he was like, nah, you're too young. He said, when you get to like 15 and 16, you're going to go out in the world and you're going to experience a lot of things. And I think you should probably see what's out there first before you make this decision and then walk away from the Most High. But what happened is I started having questions. Like when they would tell us that God is one, and you look in Genesis and you hear the Most High says, come, let us make man. These are things that I would ask. The virgin birth, I would ask questions about the virgin birth. You know, I would ask about if God is a spirit and we can't see him, why does the word images in the Bible? And I mean, at 14 years old, I'm going to pastors asking them these questions. When they couldn't answer my question, no, the Rastafari community seemed to have a little bit more culture, because the Christian church never gave us a lot of history, I should say. They didn't give us a lot of history, like what took place in Africa, in Egypt. The Rastafari community, you know, they were giving me that. So I left the Christian community and I went towards the Rastafari community, learning from them about Africa. They started telling us about Egypt, and we used to create all these things, and that was good to learn. But they used to worship Haile Selassie as God, based on Revelation 5 verse 5. It says, you know, one of the elders said unto me, weep not, the elder of the from the tribe of Judah shall prevail to close the seventh seal. And in Ethiopia 1930, November 1st, Haile Selassie was crowned King of King, Lord of Lord, the conquering lion from the tribe of Judah. So when the Rastafari saw that, they were saying, okay, Selassie is the return Christ. And I fell for it. Because basically when I look in Revelation 5 and I see the connection with the Lion of Judah from the root of David, and I look in the Ethiopian, and I'm like, well, okay, so what's going on here? No, I went to start studying about Haile Selassie, reading books, going to the library, trying to buy DVDs, anything I could get my hands on. And while I'm listening to him, he's speaking of Christ. He's speaking of God the Father and Christ, and saying Christ and God has put us here. And I was like, how could they say Selassie is God, but Selassie is speaking of a God above him? So at the time, I wasn't like really would say I'm a Rasta, because I would never pray to Haile Selassie. Then I never know God's name, so I would say Jah, because they show Jah in, I think it's Psalm 68, when it says, make a joyful noise unto him and say in his name, Jah. So I used to call God Jah, but I wouldn't refer that word to Haile Selassie, you know? And then I was with the Rasta community. Why? Because their way of life was more better. They eat cleaner. The ladies were properly covered. They didn't do this makeup and this piercing and all that stuff. They didn't eat certain stuff. They deal with natural herbs and no medication. So I was more pulled towards them for that basis, but not really the Haile Selassie part. And then, you know, I was with them and I studied with them, and then I kind of drift off a little bit, you know, because it's just a ladder trying to learn a little bit more. And then I went off into learning about the Anunnakis and the Egyptian and the Mayans, and you know, all of that story. I was studying them, and at one point I fell for the Anunnaki story. I was actually teaching people that the Anunnaki was the creator for mankind, and tried to put it with Genesis, where God said, come let us, you know, and researching, and I realized something was wrong with the Anunnaki story. But let me say this real quick. What pulled me to this? No, I was in Portland, Oregon one night.
Right, and I was gonna ask you what triggered to
Yeah,
put those things up.
Triggered it. I'm in Portland, Oregon one night, and I'm outside smoking a cigarette. It was about July. I just came to America, 97. And it was a clear sky, blue sky. There was nothing in the, there, no cloud. And like I said, when I was young, I loved to look at the heavens. So I'm out there smoking a cigarette, and this particular star caught my eyes. And I was there smoking for about 20 minutes. And I'm staring at the star, and brother, the star took off at the speed of light. Tears in my eyes, brother. I dropped the cigarette. I ran inside to go get some witness, and everybody come out there, and I was explaining to them, and it was already gone because it moved so fast. So I get up the next morning, I'm watching the news to try to see if anybody else saw what I saw. And for me, I didn't know what to believe. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I didn't know what it was. I just knew that whatever that was, it was not anything of any mankind, you know. So now when I start to search, you know, research from there, and then the internet came in and YouTube gave me a chance now to go research what I saw. So I start looking up UFOs, and everybody showed me orbs, and I'm like, that's not what I seen. They showed me spaceship, and I'm like, that's not what I seen. So now I'm watching this white dude telling us about the Bible and saying that the aliens are not aliens, they're actually fallen angels. So I forgot what his name, I think it was Pastor Bill Hagg or something like that. So while watching his video now, I looked to the side, the little lineup, and I saw the brothers with the turban over their head, the meat tree over their head, saying the same thing what he was saying about aliens. So I'm like, you know what, let me click on this. And when I click on it now, they started talking about the fallen angels and all this stuff, and I was like, whoa, that's exactly what I seen. Because Elder Carr was starting to say the stars are the angels, and I was like, oh my goodness, so this is what I seen. So I start watching them. Then they start talking about the Israelites. Another question I had was, why black people suffer like this? You know, so they pulled me in, brother. I was locked in 2012, 2013, 2014, 3 years straight. Every day, every night in my car, 4 o'clock in the morning as I wake up. Every move I make, I'm at the park, I'm on my phone. I'm taking down notes.
Look, I believe everybody that comes to this truth know and understand that feeling when you first get the truth from the elders. And a lot of those videos from that point in time, I used to save a whole lot of them in a playlist. I would say over 60% of those videos are no longer online.
Yeah,
kid you not.
They're gone.
Only 60% of them are no longer online.
No. And that's how we got here, man. And I'm like, oh my goodness, the Most High surely have ways of pulling people to show them, you know. And that for me was, I'm like a star. Then I read the Bible, and I'm like the star in Jerusalem, the dudes following the star to the east. The star is starting, and I'm like, look at this.
Oh, bro. So I want to run into another question. So yeah, you already get on my board here. You already know this one coming. The name. Where did the name come from?
Benjamite or Tweety Bird?
I think you going out your audio, or is it my headphones?
I think it's your headphones. Yeah.
Chick.
But yeah, all of it. You good? Benjamite. Yeah, I can hear you clear.
Okay, I don't know what happened to mine. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Y'all good. Yeah.
Yes, your whole name.
The whole name.
All right, Tweety Bird. Let me start off from Tweeta. Because you know in Jamaica they replace the E-E-R for A. Everything is A. Butter, better, Tweeta.
I did not know that. Like, that's a new fact.
E-R is gone, man. Everything is replaced with an A. Alright. So when I was young, I had a real small voice. It was almost like a female voice, like literally like a little girl, like you know, a little Michael Jackson, one of those type of little voice. So people used to call me Singing Tweeta, but I was shy. So my community that I'm from, it was a popular community, almost like where the Apollo is in New York. It was a popping community, a lot of concert, all the entertainers and every people come to that part in there. So sometimes they will keep contests and people will come to me today and they will like, yo, we're going to put you on the show. You want to come on? And I said, yes. And then the night comes and you look out there, you look at 4,000 or 5,000 people and they call my name and I'm gone. Sometimes people literally run me down, man, catch me and literally put me on the stage. And sometimes they'll say, stay around him because he's gonna run. So that's how they start calling me Tweety Bird.
We got a runner.
You gotta take the ER off. We got the runner.
We got a runner.
Yep. So some used to call me Singing Tweeta, and some used to say Singing Bird, and then they just combined and call me Tweeta Bird. A lot of people didn't even know that the bird, they think it's from Tweety Bird. This cigar didn't know it was the fact that you get too close to a bird, it takes off, and that's where the bird came from.
Okay. So
the Benjamite. No, I used to be in groups with a lot of entertainers here, and I used to write the Jamaican rap part for them, and for them I would never. Now you see me doing all this rapping Jamaican rap. I never used to do it. I used to write them, but once I came into the truth, I was pretty much by myself because a lot of the brothers wanted to do worldly music, and I just wouldn't mix their song or record them, so they start going to other places. So now I'm writing these Jamaican rap part, which you call the DJ verses, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to do them myself. So when I start singing and doing the rap part, I said, all right, I'm gonna call myself Benjamite, which is the newborn spiritual brother, and I'm gonna bring a little bit of the singing part, Tweety Bird. I really wanted to get rid of Tweeta Bird completely. If you notice, most of my songs, it says Benjamite, but Tweety Bird just won't leave me alone. You know what I mean? So I said, you know, I'm gonna just let him stick around, because I think people from back in the 80s and 90s who search me up and look for me through that name. So I said, let me just go ahead and keep it to the end of it.
I definitely understand how that can be. I share that same issue. Nobody would let the chop go. Nobody would let the chop go. It's like, okay, for us mean the same thing, but it's like, okay, just let the chop go. I'm a new man. But since everybody's stuck with it, it's like, I gotta stick with it. I gotta stick with our chop. Everybody is like, that's our chop there. I'm like, all right. All right, so so running into the next thing, I want to know, like, okay, what started your music? Like, you in the music, in the music business. Where was your start at?
Okay, when I was young, real young, I'll say 7, 8. I have 2 sisters. I have 3 sisters, but 2 of them were like music. Janet and Cecile. Back then, we used to just record from off the radio station, because in Jamaica, to be honest, most of the songs that used to play in Jamaica radio station back in the early 80s and stuff was actually American music. The radio station was catering for mostly tourists. So my sisters and we would listen like the Atlantic Star, Secret Lovers, Boys, we call them New Edition.
Mm-hmm.
Down. So those that my sisters they used to record the songs. They used to write the words down, and when it comes on the radio, we'll be in the house singing. And people are like, "Boy, you know you have a voice on you. You can sing." I was just hanging with my sisters doing that, and people was like, "You know you can sing." So from there, every time the church have any little event, I was always there. In Jamaica, I used to have this thing where they'll put you up to sing, somebody would pay to take you off the stage, and somebody would pay more money to put you back up. And that was money for the church. And they usually use me every year. I used to be a part of that and used to really love doing it too. Michael Jackson now. When I was introduced to Michael Jackson, I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be like Mike. And even today, if you listen to some of my songs, you'll hear a little bit. If you listen really good, you will hear a little bit of Michael Jackson in my voice. He's the one that made me wanted to come out and really sing. And there was another Jamaican singer called Pinchers. Pinchers idolized Michael Jackson, so it was pretty much the same thing. But it was Michael that brought that out of me, where I wanted to sing. I wanted to go on stage, you know. So that's how it started.
Okay, so can you bust a move? Are you still able to, you know?
I'm so old, man. I see you your little dancing videos. I can't come up.
I just asking. Some people still can, you know, bust a move. I saw a man about 60. He was getting it. He was a Edomite. He was popping. He was getting it, man. I just asking.
No, man, I think I copied the musical aspect more than the dancing part. I think that's the part that I really grabbed in. Yeah.
Okay. All praise to the Most High. So, Sean, do you have anything that you want to ask him real quick? Cause
Yeah, I was just going to, you know, get on a serious note a little bit. So before I go to the question, do you have any family still back home?
Yeah, hundreds.
That you are.
Hundred.
Okay. So on a serious note, because I want to lead up to you know, which is one of the song that we played, you know. But I'm gonna ask the question first. So how is the pandemic affecting the people back home?
Say it again. Oh, the pandemic. Oh, it really hit them hard. It's really hitting them hard, because most of the Jamaican population, the descendants of the slaves, they are higglers. These are people who hit the street selling stuff on the street. Most of them are self-employed, and that's how they hustle. So like for instance, now, Jamaica have a lot of parties, a lot of street events with music playing in the street. So you have the jerk chicken man, the man who's selling the sugar cane, the peanut man, you know, that's how a lot of people take care of their children. A lot of people, that's how they take care of their children. So now the government shut everything down, like all of those. So now these people are just left there with nothing. And then they don't have a good system like America do, where they can, you know, handle stimulus check. They gave them one stimulus check in 1 year, and that was it, which was 10 US. It was 100 US he gave to them, which was like about 10,000 Jamaican dollars they got. And that was just one package, and that was it. They received the whole time. So it really and truly affect the people really hard down there. Really hard. Trust me.
So with these prophetic, you know, that's how we looking at it, prophetically. So with these prophetic events happening, are they resorting to their continual way of living, or are they seeking answers?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Some, because Jamaica has something that I don't think they'll be able to completely wipe it out. But there's a handful of people who understand what's going on. The rest of them, they're going with everything the news tell them. They believe in everything. Most of the Christian churches, not knocking all of them, but a high percentage, they're not connecting this with Revelation. They're not connecting it with the mark of the beast, or even connected with the beast, period. They just see it as something that's going to happen, and the vaccine now is the savior, and we're going to get over it, and as time go by, they're going to get back to normal. Because what happened is this: since this Egyptology and this atheistic movement has arisen on our people, a lot of our Jamaican people have gone into that direction where they don't believe in God. You know, they're out of the Bibles. You know, so once you take them out of the Bible, they can't connect it with what's going on. Especially the younger generation, the ones that's 95, 96 coming up, most of them don't believe in God. It's the older rooted Christian people, even though they're still not identifying it with the mark of the beast, but the spiritual people are the older ones, to be honest. The younger ones have gone. Even the Rastafari community, who used to believe in the Bible and believe in the God, is a high percentage of them right now who don't believe in the Bible no more. They believe in Egypt. They don't believe in Christ. There's no more. You know what? The same thing that these polite and these brothers are doing.
Right.
They have a very strong influence on our people in Jamaica. Very strong influence. And it's not all. I must say, it's a high percentage of them. So they lost in the sauce.
Man, that's sad, man. Which leads to so with the song we played. Do you think? Well, we know that Ahaya and Yeshaya is the way, but what was your purpose in putting that song out? Was it, take us into your mindset of you and the brothers and sisters, putting this song out to express that Ahaya is the answer in these times.
Okay. The song was something that I grew up on from a child. It was very, very famous in Jamaica. I think every Jamaican who's a Christian knows that song, right? And one day I was just here and I was thinking about, what's going on right now, and somehow I just hummed the song. And when I hummed the song, I actually recorded it. After that, I went and I said, let me record this real quick on my phone, and then I put it up on Facebook, and a lot of people were sharing it and clicking on it, and was like, and I said, okay, a lot of people identified. So now I made a song for myself, to be honest. I made a song for myself, and I said, I'm going to do it for myself. And then I was like, the original song had a female in there. So I said, I probably should put a female in there. Now, Brother Ra'ash, I wanted to do a song with Brother Ra'ash for a minute, but both of us always busy. Every time I reach out to him, he's working on the album or something, so we could never get it done. So when I was sitting here, the Spirit came upon me and it was like, take it in a direction like We Are the World type of vibe, where everybody with the earphone and the microphone. And so I said, let me reach out to Brother Ra'ash. And I reached out to him and he was like, I think I reached out to him Sunday and Tuesday. I got the vocal and the video clip, and I'm like, yeah. So I'm here sitting and I'm like, I need a female who can really bring, this vibe right here. And I was like, Sister Shar. So I reached out to my brother in the UK, Daniela Dwight, and I was like, yo, brother, can you hook up Sister Shar for me real quick and tell her I got an urgent project I would like her to be on? And she responded and said she's ready, she want to be a part of it. No, the verse that she did, the first verse, that was going to be my verse. The second verse was going to be for Ra'ash. But I said, nah, a lot of, in the world, men take over everything, the music, everything. I'm like, I need to put a sister in this truth music at the first to represent, the sister. So I said, let me put her at the first verse, and then I put Ra'ash there. Another lady in there, Sister Janet, that's my biological sister. I reach out to her, and the other female, Sister Victoria, that's actually my daughter-in-law, and I just create a package and invite some people. I even reached out to Fred the Genius, but he said he was unable to do it in the time that we had, so we had to pass on that. And that's how it really came. So once again, it was inspired by Michael Jackson. You see that?
And we understood your angle with the way y'all did it. It was like y'all was passing it, so it was a blessing. Like that's what it was like, man. That was a blessing to the community.
And then not to leave this part, the message was a part of the whole idea too. Ahaya is the answer to for the time we're living in, to tell the world this is really the answer. This is what we really read right now. So I don't want to leave that part out. That was a part of the motive too.
Man, all praises to the Most High. Like I said, that's one is dope. When I first heard it, I think it was about like a month ago. When I first heard it, I was like, man, this thing is jamming. It is jamming. Cause it instantly gave me that feel. Sean, you actually ended up finding the video you sent it to me. What's the name of that song that they did with Luther Vandross and all of them?
Let me look it up right quick, man.
Yeah, cause like
I sent it to you not too long ago. It says USA for Africa, we are the world.
Oh yeah.
We are the world.
it gave it like that song really gave us that feel right there, and it's like when it was passed around to everybody, and then for y'all to do a video together as well,
That's
that really stood out, and it was like, wow.
Let me ask you this real quick. I just turned the fan on. Are you hearing it?
Nah, it's fine.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I didn't want to mess the video. Yeah, but that's exactly what it was. And I actually told everyone, said, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to do it like, like we are the world. I needed to have your phone. I needed to be in front of the microphone, please. So it was a blessing, man. Trust me.
God, so what I want to do now, I want to, because I want to get into this song. Like the premiere of this song, because I know some people that follow you on Instagram may have heard it, you singing it and everything. It's called "Worthy to Be Praised." Mm-hmm. So before I play it real quick, do you have anything you want? I want you to speak on it real quick.
Yeah, let me turn this on. I think it's a little bit too loud. Yeah, I definitely got something to say. Well, this song is not actually a new song. I made this song a few years ago and put it up. It was one of my favorite songs. A lot of people like it. It did a lot. A lot of people come to us like, Brother Benjamite, this song helped me through this and helped me through that. What happened is this. I used the beat that belonged to someone else. Mm-hmm. The guy said we can use the beat, but we can't monetize on it. But all we have to do is give credit to him. I did a song 6 years ago. I put his name on it, So I guess he leased the beat to somebody from China. And I guess that person claimed rights to it. I don't know what, but that's the person at YouTube told me that it was his beat. But if you look on his song and my song is way older than his song. So what they did now, they told me that it's just ridiculous. The whole beat is the same thing, right? From the beginning, it's just like a loop beat. So they're telling me that this part of the beat contains something from out of the guy's song and this part. So they literally cut it out. So if you hear my song playing, it jumps from me to the verse straight to the chorus. Just jump like that. So that's what they did. So I went ahead, I recreated the beat, and I said I'm about to put it up this Friday. And actually, I didn't even know. People reach out to me through text message and through Google Mail, telling me that they can't find the song. That's how I realized what happened. And when I went on there, I saw it said that the song was blocked in every country because of copyrights. So we're about to reintroduce it back to the world again. Be like, Satan, guess what? We here again. Hello.
it's one of those, boy. Look, you can't stop the work of the Most High. I'm telling you. Look. We about to rock this thing real quick. So, go. You about to say something, Sean?
No, I'll wait till you play it. Someone in the comments have a question, but we'll definitely get to your question, sister. Sister Crystal Williams. We'll ask that question when we come back.
Kai. So we about to get ready to play this song real quick.
I am that I am. Ahaya, Asha, Ahaya. There's no God above thee. And your Son, which is the King of Kings, and the Holy Spirit. For I will always praise you. Glorify your name. You're worthy to be praised. And I will always praise you. Glorify your ways. You're the ancient of days. Even though I can't see your face, but I can still feel your existence. In your words, in everything that you created sits perfectly in place. I read your words and it strengthens up my faith. Makes me wanna change and give you all the praise. Many say I worship a God that I can't see, but you are the light that shines in me. I will always praise you, glorify your name. You're worthy to be praised, and I will always praise you, glorify your ways. You're the ancient of days. No God is as powerful as you. All of your prophecies came through. You gave us a righteous judgment. You gave us your only words. You gave us correction. You know what we deserve. You give it life and you can take all life away. You made the sun to separate the night from the day. You sent your angel to guide us, to give us vision along the way. You are the one that sent your son. You are the only one that's trying to fix the world after we created a problem. How merciful is he? How merciful you are. You are the Almighty. Oh yes, you are. And I will always praise you, glorify your name. You're worthy to be praised, and I will always praise you, glorify your ways. You're the ancient of days, and I will always praise you, glorify your name. You're worthy to be praised.
Oh, praise to
I am that I am. Ahaya, Asha, Ahaya.
Oh, what's going
There's
on?
no God above thee, and you're.
Oh, praises to the Most High, man. That thing is too live. Benjamite, unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. Man, that thing is too live.
All praise come to the Most High. So maybe a lot of people who
feel
never heard it before might get a chance of hearing it now, because he was way down on the playlist like 6 years ago. So now that it's going to be back in rotation, a lot of new people might get a chance to see it. So
Okay.
yeah.
So we're gonna before I go into the question that I was gonna make a statement and an announcement as well. So
Right.
we had the sister Crystal Williams.
Yeah.
She said, "What's the name of the album?"
The last album I dropped, it was called Walk by Faith. The album is almost 2 years old. Most of the songs I did right now, they're just singles. But the album on YouTube and iTunes is called Walk by Faith.
Okay. We're gonna for anybody that's looking for his links and anything, we're gonna get that iTunes link as well and put that inside of the description. So we got his YouTube in there, we got his Instagram in there, we got his what's that other thing name that everybody usually use?
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp. We got his Bandcamp in there. So y'all go check out his music in there. This song is definitely like this is my like what we like to do. We usually like to listen to it with everybody on live on show to get just an honest reaction out of it. Out of the song. Like the Most High has blessed you in your voice most definitely. So
President to the Most High.
which steps me into my next point and announcement for everybody. If you say the same, brother, we would like to premiere this song on our brand new, and y'all hear me when I say it, on our brand new, showing it to everybody right now, our brand new website, Truth Be Told Radio. So we got a lot going on. We've been working in the background, working on different things. for our fellow brothers and sisters in truth. So I'm just scrolling through the website. So this is this is on the web browser and everything. We got a 24/7 radio station that's going on. So Father's Will, we're gonna put this on for Benjamite Tweeta Bird on the radio show. It's a 24-hour play. You just hit the play button and it run for you. All praise to the Most High. We even got a what's new spot. Look, I'm just running down it for y'all. Y'all can find out what's happening new this month. Even y'all can catch the live streaming shows that we did as well here. It's a lot of different things going on here. So praise the Most High for this right now.
Yeah,
So
but I'm gonna send you another copy. I'm gonna do another mix, and then give you another clear one.
Con. All praise to the Most High. So, for anybody that, that want to get in touch with us, to submit your songs for the radio show as well. I'm gonna go back to the screen so y'all can see it. We gotta contact us on the side here. You go over here, you click more, and you go down and you click contact us, and then you submit all your information for if you want to submit a song, you got a business, you want to tell us about your business or anything like that, you want us to help promote your business and different things like that, and we'll let you know how we're going to be able to put those things out for you and help share those things to the public. So praise the Most High for this website. Y'all most definitely go to it. It's 24/7 non-stop, and even on the Sabbath we're gonna have a Sabbath day mix for you to get ready. On Friday we're gonna play a Sabbath day mix for you to get ready for the Sabbath to come in, and then that mix will play all the way through the Sabbath. Look, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be nice. The Most High have blessed us to put this together for y'all, and the more we keep on doing things like this, y'all keep on letting us know what we can add to this, and we'll take those into consideration, and if it be the Father's will, we're gonna add those things into the website. So we just wanted something to have for us. So man, I hope y'all love it, and as a matter of fact, I'm gonna put the website down in there. Boom, TBT Radio Live.com. So y'all go check that out. Let me make sure I put that thing in there right. Yeah. So y'all make sure y'all go check that out. It's gonna have music from all artists that you can really think of on there. So we just gonna keep going, and we gonna keep pushing and pushing forward. If the Most High say the same. So y'all make sure y'all check that shit out. Sean, go ahead, man.
I was just, saying, kind man, I'll praise the Father for the opportunity.
All praise to the Most High. So we are drawing it towards the end of the show. We didn't want to keep everybody long. Man, it's so many more questions that I would love to ask Tweeta Bird, but we want to kind of keep it short. Keep it short. But we definitely are going to bring you back, and
we'll have to bring him around for a second round or something.
Yeah. We definitely are going to bring you back for a second round.
Whenever you're ready. Trust me.
All praise to the Most High. So, like I said, make sure after the video, y'all go into the description and y'all go follow him on all his social media platforms and go follow his music. If y'all ain't heard his music, go to his YouTube, go to his iTunes, go to his Bandcamp, and check out all of the music that he got to offer to the community and that he's been offering to the community. He has definitely been a pillar for us in the community, with a lot of his great music with that Benjamite feel. It's that praise and worship feel that we are missing, and that we definitely need to continue to bring up in the Hebrew community. So, praise the Most High for you. You wanna close us out with some words, Benjamite Tweeta Bird, that you want to tell the people?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for everyone. First, let me thank all the elders for the work that they have done, and want to give praise unto the Most High, to Yeshua Christ and the Holy Spirit. I want to thank all the brothers and sisters from all nations, all tribes, all tongues. And I want to thank all the brothers, and no matter which camp you are or whatever you do, the ones who are striving for righteousness and who are supporting the music and try to direct our people to the Most High. We just want to say blessed love to all of you guys. And you brothers, I want to thank you guys for even bringing me here. You know, and I just want to tell the people, you know, just pull closer to the Most High and just hold the strength out in this tribulation and fight it, because Yeshua did it. You know, the disciples them did it. The prophets, a lot of them did the same thing. So we just have to just hold it out until the end and just never give up the fight, because they're trying to replace the Most High's way, you understand, for the ways of man and the ways of devil. And we have to represent the Most High the same way or the other people representing the devil on the other hand. Yeah, man.
Kind. All praises to the Most High, all praises. So we're going to ride it out with that song one more time, man. The Most High is worthy to be praised. And also, y'all already know, he is the answer. He is the answer. The Most High is the answer. Yeshua is the answer. You know, come back to, you know, to these all statutes and commandments if you ain't already done it. For anybody who this video may drop on in the future, this is the way. It ain't no other way outside of this. So we're going to praise the Most High on the way out of this thing. Let's get it.
I am that I am. Ahaya, Asha, Ahaya. There's no God above thee. And your Son, which is the King of Kings, and the Holy Spirit. For I will always praise you, glorify your name. You're worthy to be praised, and I will always praise you, glorify your ways. You're the Ancient of Days. Even though I can't see your face, but I can still feel your existence in your words, in everything that you created sits perfectly in place. I read your words and it strengthens up my faith, makes me want to change and give you all the praise. Many say I worship a God that I can't see, but you are the light that shines in me. I will always praise you, glorify your name. You're worthy to be praised, and I will always praise you, glorify your ways. You're the Ancient of Days. No God is a...
You